Tonight's tale is about trusting God in trial, finding peace when storms rage, and remembering that every hardship can be shaped into good by His hand. It is drawn from the Revelations in Doctrine and Covenants 98 to 101, where the Lord promised the saints that afflictions would work together for their good, and taught them to be still and know that He is God. As you listen, let your heart settle. This story is a reminder that though the world may shake, God's peace is never broken. Now, before our story begins, let's get cozy. Snuggle into your blanket. Close your eyes softly, like a curtain gently falling. Take a big breath in, filling your tummy like a balloon. Let it out slowly, like blowing out birthday candles. Wiggle your toes and let them grow still. Rest your hands quietly by your side. Imagine you are lying in a safe meadow with soft grass and a warm breeze. You are safe. You are loved. There once was a quiet valley bordered by mountains that reach like solemn towers into the heavens. In this valley, a village lay nestled, small and humble, with gardens, cottages, and a single winding path that led to the meadow at its center. The people of the valley were a hopeful folk. They believed the meadow was sacred ground, chosen by the king as the place where his light would one day shine most brightly. They called it the Meadow of Stillness, for when one entered its grasses, the noise of the world seemed hushed. There, the wind whispered truths, and the brook sang of hope. But not everyone rejoiced in the village's hope. From beyond the hills came those who mocked the meadow, who feared the villagers' gathering, and who sought to drive them away. One by one, troubles fell upon the valley. Cottages were torn down. Gardens were uprooted. The people felt the sting of cruelty, the ache of loss. And so it was that a young boy named Elias stood in the meadow one twilight, trembling with confusion. Why, if this meadow is holy, must it be marred by sorrow? He whispered. The brook at his feet gurgled gently as if answering, "Be still." Yet Elias could not be still. His heart pounded with questions. That night, while the stars stretched wide above, Elias dreamed. In the dream, he saw a tree growing in the center of the meadow. its branches stretched toward the heavens, though the winds beat upon it fiercely. The tree did not fall. Instead, its roots pushed deeper into the earth, drawing unseen strength from below. A voice, tender yet mighty, spoke in his dream. "My child, affliction presses, but it presses you closer to me. Even as storms strip your branches, I am deepening your roots. Be still and know that I am God." Elias awoke with tears upon his face. Though the troubles remained, something within him had shifted. He began to walk among the villagers, repeating the words he had heard. "Be still. Know that He is God." Some listened, and in their listening found courage. Others scoffed, too weighed by grief. But a few began to see, as Elias had seen, that trials were not endings but openings. That sorrow, when carried to the king, became a school of peace. In time, though the villagers were driven from their cottages, they carried the meadow in their hearts. Wherever they went, they planted seeds of trust. And wherever those seeds grew, new meadows blossomed, meadows of stillness that no hand of man could destroy. Elias grew old, but he never forgot the dream. To his grandchildren he would say, "The meadow was not taken from us. It was planted within us." Every trial pressed us nearer to the King until we learned that all things, even affliction, can work together for our good. And so, dear one, tonight's tale whispers the same truth to you. When storms come, when choices of others bruise your heart, when mortality weighs heavy, be still. Your roots are growing deeper. Your meadow is safe with Him. And in His time, all will be well. The meadow of stillness represents Zion, the place where God gathers His people and teaches them peace. Just as the saints in Missouri faced persecution and loss, the villagers learned that holiness is not destroyed by hardship. Elias's dream of the tree mirrors the Lord's words in Doctrine and Covenants 101. The storms of affliction can deepen our roots in Him. The brook's whisper, "Be still and know that I am God," reminds us that peace is not the absence of trial, but the presence of trust. Elder Anthony D. Perkins taught that the Saviour helps us see trials as refining fire, not final defeat. The scattering of the meadow's seeds shows that God can take what looks like loss and use it to spread His work further. When we turn to Christ, He fulfills His promise that all things shall work together for your good. This week, practice stillness when you feel overwhelmed. Pause before reacting. Breathe a prayer. Trust that God can turn trials to your good. As you rest now, let your breathing slow. In and out, like the quiet rhythm of the brook in the meadow. Feel your body growing heavier, like roots sinking deep into the earth. Every trial, every worry is being gathered up and carried away by the gentle breeze. You do not need to solve everything tonight. You only need to be still. Just as Elias learned, the storms of life cannot uproot you when your heart is planted in God. He is shaping every hardship, working it together for your good. When people misunderstand you, when choices of others hurt, or when mortal life feels heavy, remember, the King is near. His peace flows like a river, steady and sure. So let the meadow of stillness settle within you tonight. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved by God. And as you drift into sleep, know that in His time all will be made well.